Today I will discuss the relation of team members with team leader. There are two different nature peoples works together, and the coordination and cooperation between these two, it is necessary. So for that, what are the points which are required from the team leader side and what are the points which are required from the member side? So there is a proper coordination between two. It will be done only when these two peoples have proper synchronization in every activity. So I am not using chalk duster today. I am giving this particular problem in which there are two sides. One side is leader side and another side is the worker side or the team member side. So from leader side, the points are that the first is the personality of the leader. First is the personality of the leader. Second point is protection. That is protection. Leader should have proper protection under all condition or the situation of working in the system. Then there will be incentives. Power should be there with the leader so that for good work he can give incentives to the workers or the team members. Then the working strength is that when leader know everything about the work which is to be taken from the member, if he has all the knowledge of the work, then only the leader can command on the members. So working knowledge should be there to the leader and he should have proper command to the all the members of the team. There should be a uniformity in command should be there, and in the working pattern, whenever leader speak one command, that command should be for whole time of the work period. Otherwise what happen, if time to time if you change your decision and change the command, so what happen, ultimately the members of the team will confuse. So that will rise a problem of dispute between leader and the members. So working command should be there. Then condition of worker situation. Condition of worker situation mainly that is what is the environment of work. If environment of work is good, then naturally worker or the team members will devote more time and more interest in the work. So environment position, it is to be controlled by the again leader. The leader should control the environment positions of the work so that working condition of the system will always improved and a good working conditions give good result. So this is the point which are to be from leader side. That is one more point is that welfare scheme. Welfare scheme is basically it is the matter of the management, but leader can suggest from his side that what type of welfare scheme for the members can be run so that their output can be increased by providing such type of incentives to the team members. So this is from the team leader side, that whatever type of actions or whatever type of steps the leader take from his side, and according to that the total system will work. So these two relation between leader and the team members. So this is a bilateral relation. From one side I have told you that from leader side what are the responsibility of leader, that should be operated for the team members, and now we discuss what are the responsibilities of the team members. So team members have first responsibility, they should be properly educated for the work. So who will educate them? The education is that whatever work you have to take from the team, so team leader first brief total scheme to the workers or to the team members. So team members must have a minimum qualification which is required for that work. It is not a layman work. Layman work means an ordinary labor can do only the work of lifting or loading, unloading or shifting of material. This type of work it is done by the common labor. But team leaders have to command those peoples which are qualified, means all the team members, they have some minimum qualification regarding their work. So education is must, that whatever work they are going to do, they should have a proper knowledge, and knowledge is only delivered when there will be a common basic education they possess. So normally if you the technical works are there, so we should have three category of team members, that they may be ITI holders, they may be diploma engineers, they may be degree engineers. So a team consists of those qualified peoples which are in technical field. So according to that, if they will work, then definitely the output will increase, understanding will be easy. Otherwise what happen, sometime education problem is there in the team, peoples are belong to different groups and they are different state, so their local language is also sometime is a big problem. Some people not understand Hindi, they are suppose people from the South Indian side, then their speak language is the Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, all that, so they cannot understand Hindi very well. So communication in that case, it is to be done by the leader in sense that looking to their basic education of the team member, it is should be observed that team member at least know two language, one is English and one is Hindi, at least, because the local language or the state language or their mother tongue may be different, but for the common instructions to be given to these peoples, they should have the knowledge of the two language, Hindi and English, so they can understand all the instructions properly and execute the job according to that. Second point that is coming under this is that the leader, the team leader status wise report he should prepare for the members. So members, they have different status. Here status means status of their language, status of their knowledge, status of their working capacity, status of their stamina working. These peoples will have certain points on which these status will be compared. So team leader should observe in the workers or the team members what is their status. Status may be economical, social and educational. So educational status, in which language is must to be known. Social status, it may be there should be a social person, otherwise what happen, if unsocial peoples are there, then their activities will be disturbed whole system or whole team. So they should be social and having social responsibility, and they should have the sense of belongingness in the system. When person understand that this work is I am doing for the system, I belongs to that system, then naturally the work will be more quality work will be delivered by the members. So this will be the status. Then all the members, they expect from the leader some benefits. So as I have told you that from leader side, if he is running some welfare scheme, so according to those schemes, there will be benefits will be given to the workers for every type of work and whatever output they are getting from these team members. So their problem will be that if they are getting proper benefits of the work, apart from wages is the one fixed thing. It is always given to all type of labor according to whatever the rate of labor charges are there, or the team leader distribute the money according to the wages fixed by the management. So it has no problem as such. But for better performance or enhancing the efficiency of all the members of the team leader should have to give some benefits, and this benefits is in terms of some award or reward, or some case prize, or some other type of things in which gift also considered. So for better work or better output, the leader should give to the peoples from the leader side to the member side. Now society is a wide term. Social responsibility derived from the society. So society of the worker, they belong to different religion, different society. So there is a sometime become problem of religious feeling and society feeling, and due to that in the team members sometime some problems arises or some dispute arises regarding society or the religion. So the leader should explain all the team members, then whenever you work on a site or on working place, they should not interfere with their society, casteism and religion. Otherwise what happen, due to that problem there is a big problem arise in whole system. So every member should have to learn that they should never speak regarding any religion of any other. They should not speak about the society status of any other or mutual, so that there will be no any type of doubt or any type of feelings will be hurt on the basis of these 3 points: religion basis, society basis and status basis. So this is coming under the society responsibility of the team workers or team members. Then next is the psychology. One should understand the psychology of the workers. It is very much important that psychology of the persons, it is an individual quality. As I have told you in my first lecture, that there are 3 types of workers or members or persons are there, in which one person is by giving number of instruction, number of any type of punishment or any type of communication, people are not interested to work, they do not start work, they sit idle, they not followed the instructions of the leader. This is the one quality. Second quality is that the persons, they got instruction, after that they start work. This second quality. Third quality is that the persons are self motivated, they work according to their plan, and this plan is known to them because they are always plan in advance. Tomorrow what is to be done, they plan today. So this type of category, it is the best category. So whenever we speak about the psychology, that the psychology of the person should be tested by the leader by giving certain exercise, and this exercise must be performed before starting up the work. So psychology can be read by the leader. He should be intelligent enough to read the psychology of the person. Psychology of person can be read within 15 minutes of the time when you speak to the person on some subject, and whatever type of reaction you obtain from the person, you can decide what type of psychology this person is having. So by their body language, by their behavior, by their speaking style, by their attitude, you can understand the psychology of the person. So according to the member of team side, when leader has to identify that which type of psychology an individual member have, according to that he should decide for the delivering of the work to the different persons. Whatever psychology he read, that leader read, according to that he will allow the person for that type of work. If some person required that he can do hard work by muscle power, then he should be given that type of work. Some people's are members are interested in mental work, they can do all the work which is related to paper pen, or by reading, or by instruction reading, or by giving planning on the paper. So those people should be given that type of work. Some people do by some tactics. So tactics based psychologies are there, some people have. So many times what happen in teamwork, if there is some problem which is not solved by common way or common knowledge or common ways, so tactics will be applied. That is sometimes called jugaad. That jugaad tactics should be there in some persons, and whenever such situation come during the work, then the peoples applied some jugaad to that particular work to solve it. So this is what type of jugaad it is to be done. That suppose I am giving one example, that there is a one plate of steel, which is the thickness of that steel plate was 4 inch, and its size was 2 feet by 2 feet, and there is a requirement of to put a 2-inch diameter hole in that plate. Now it is a big problem how this plate can be attached to a drill machine, and how it can be done a 2-inch diameter hole in that plate, because plate thickness already given, it is 4 inches thick and its area is 2 by 2. So there is no such big machine is to be used for that particular hole, which is not available in the work site or not available even in the industry. So what do we do? One hole is to be provided to put a big rod on that particular steel plate. So what the leader or jugaad peoples do, that they design or they got a bolt or nut, that is nut, they can take a diameter of 2-inch nut, they properly taken, either it is hexagonal or a square nut or a circular nut. Whatever depth they required, according to they select the depth of the nut, and that nut is properly welded on the center of that particular plate, so that rod can be easily threaded and can be fit on that particular plate. This is the requirement of the work, but it cannot be operated on big machine because of the size of the job. So what they have done, they simply find a jugaad, that why we cannot do that one nut of that particular size of the hole, they welded on the plate, and on that, in the nut already having thread, and thread is also made on the rod, so that rod is easily fixed up on that particular plate. So this is an example of simple example of jugaad technique, in which the things are not possible by doing a conventional way of working. So in that case, the people applied such type of tactics. So this quality should also be there in the team member. The next quality is coming, it is called unity. Unity is very important. Unity, why it is important? Because when there is a uniform instruction or command given by the leader, so all the peoples, they should have a united effort or united efforts, in which the output of the work of the team will automatically increase. एक सॉन्ग पहले अपन सुनते थे, एक पिक्चर आई थी बहुत पुरानी दिलीप कुमार की, उसमें था नया दौर. नया दौर में एक गाना था ना, साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे. दैट वाज ए वर्क विच वाज द टीम वर्क, बट इट इज़ गिवन resulted because of that song, and total team of about hundreds of people, they are working together to cut a big hill to make a road. So that particular song, साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे, उसका आपने पूरा देखा होगा उस सॉन्ग को. That is the approach of unity. So sometime what happen, when such big work is to be done, we have to apply such type of unity, either by song, either by some united sound, so that work can be easily done. You can imagine that so many big structure in our country, they are constructed long back in 200 years ago or 300 years ago. Their big pillars are there. At that time there was no JCB machine, there was no crane. How these things have been done by the peoples? This is only by that united efforts by which they have constructed so many big forts in Rajasthan, Delhi, or any historical place. If you go, you will imagine that how these peoples have constructed so high things or so much big structure without the help of any machinery, because at that time there was no crane, there was no JCB machine, there was no any type heavy earth movers. How they have done? It is only by the manpower. Manpower means that by united efforts by the peoples. Taj Mahal is an example of that. Qutub Minar is example of that. Red Fort is example of that. Amer Fort is example of that. All the temples of Khajuraho and Ajanta Ellora, they are the example of that. Similarly, you can get number of example in the different cities. So how these structures can be constructed at that time? It is only the manpower, and that manpower united together to lift those type of rocks or big stones to pick in proper size. Pyramid of Giza, it is one of the wonder of the world. Pyramid of Giza, how they were constructed, so height and how uniform it is constructed. It is all the work, it is done by the team, and team unity. So unity of the team is very important to achieve any small work to any big work. Whatever type of big work is there, that can be done. Nowadays it is very simple or possible because of lot of things or machineries, heavy earth movers or different type of cranes or high elevators, they are available now to work. So nowadays manpower requirement is of course reduced, but what they are doing the things by the operation of different type of machineries, and this become now easy. And the construction of even a multi-storied building like Burj Khalifa in UAE, you see that how much height is there. It is the highest building in the world. So they have constructed ultimately how? It is not by the manpower unity, it is only by the machineries. So there is machineries nowadays available, so construction can be done very easily for any type of big or biggest structure. So nowadays even the machineries are available, but if the unity of the workers are not there, then who will operate the machine? So ultimately you require the operation of machine, you require the persons, and person is ultimately the team members. So team members should have that union or unity in their work. They should have the cooperation of the work, because every individual machine operated by an individual member of the team, and there must be a proper synchronism between these peoples so that the work output will be there. So union or unity, it is having that type of importance in the team. This is for the work. One union is different, they are a destructive union. Destructive union means they always create problem in front of the leader and management. This type of union created by the peoples who are having nuisance in the team. Some peoples are always there in every team, they create nuisance in the team. So this type of peoples always create some hurdles or problems in the work and report it to the management or the team leader. So this type of unity, it should not be supported by the constructive peoples. The constructive people should not take part in such type of destructive unity in which the work is suffer. So this is the meaning of two type of unity. One is constructive unity and one is the destructive unity. So our team members should have unity of construction because we have to create something. So this is the meaning of that. Then the point is according to health of the person, of the team, it is very important. And for good health and for health care, there should be proper facility should be provided by the leader at the site of work or the working place, so that if any person suffer from any type of problem, that is physical problem or medical problem, he should be supported or he should be get relief or first aid that should be provided to the team members who is suffering from the any type of medical problem. So for that, if possible, you appoint a doctor in the team so that he look after all the persons of the team. Or if it is not possible to appoint a doctor for that particular team, so at least you should have a person or team leader should have, or some person in the team should have the basic knowledge of the first aid. So first aid course is there, it is run by Red Cross Society. So this course is a very simple course and it is of 15 days. So leader should motivate the person that he should go for that particular course of the first aid to the injured person, because whenever you work there is a possibility of injury is there, and for that type of injury that first aid qualification is there in the leader or in the team member, then they can achieve whatever type of remedy required for that particular incident or particular type of accident which may occur at the time of work. So this is the meaning of the health, that health awareness of the team members, it should be there with the team or knowledge of the health. From health point of view, naturally for big problem you have to go hospital and for to the doctors, but some minor problems will be there at the site of the work whenever people are working. So if somebody have the basic knowledge of first aid and it is provided with first aid box, then naturally he can solve such type of problem in the state of that itself. State of itself means whatever working is going on site, and at that time this type of state obtained because of any accident or some problem, then he will do the necessary action. So from two angles, today I have discussed with two angles. One angle is from the leader side, one angle is from the member side. So there is those points which are to be covered by the leader himself, and some of those points which are covered from the member themselves. So there is a proper cooperation and coordination between these points which I have discussed just now, and you will get the output of the work very fast and efficient. So this is the meaning of approach from two sides, from leader side and from worker side. So whatever type of basic requirements is there on the side of team members, they should possess those requirements, and whatever requirement possessed by the leader as per required for the work, it should possess by the leader itself. So if those this team, now we say team, the team consists of leader and members. So when all these qualities from both the side fulfill properly, then teamwork will be, maximum output will be obtained from the team, because I have already given team means together each achieve more. This is the meaning of team. So team में achieve more कब होगा, जब together each will work, and together each will work when their attitude, their thinking, their health, their psychology, their thinking, and their all other circumstances regarding environment, they are all favorable. Then the success of the work will be 97%. 100% I will not say, because in ideal system this thing become 100%, but when working in the field, then we cannot ideally think. So in ideal case, of course, the percentage of success will be 100%, but if all conditions are favorable according to the points given, then your success rate will be come up to 97%. It is a theoretical analysis done by the so many peoples, and it is the final result that if all situations are favorable, then your achievement target will be 97%. You will achieve the output, and 100% it is only possible when ideal conditions will be there. So in practical approach of any work, ideal conditions are not possible at all, because environment is changing, situation is changing, site is changing, working efforts is changing, time is changing. So there are so many practical problems. So you 100% cannot be obtained, because it is obtained only in the ideal condition. So for any site, for any workplace, ideal condition cannot be created practically. So we have to put the favorable conditions for the work, so that our achievement will be 97%. That's why in industries also, or standards also in work, there is a possibility, or there is a gap given by the standards. That is, Indian standards, they have given the gap for errors, that is 3%. 3% error is allowable in any system. If more than 3% error is there, then you have to review the work. So up to 3% it's okay. It is permissible limit, we can say, है ना. Nowadays over accuracy बढ़ गई है because of the availability of the measuring equipments and good type of equipments available for the work. So these particular things reduced to 1.5%. So this is what the accuracy rate, that the accuracy should be 97% of the work when all favorable conditions are there. And if you can create more accuracy according to ideal condition, your preciseness is very near to the ideal condition, then this can be reduced to 1.5%, that errors. So error in the work can be reduced up to 1.5% on place of 3%. This is possible because of availability of modern technology in the field. So this is for today. Sufficient knowledge I have given from both the side, that from leader side what are the qualities possessed by the leader, and from the worker side or the member side what are the attitude possessed by the workers. So you just think on that, and whenever we do a practical problem, these points will be very much necessary to be adopt or to be taken in practice during operation. So this is for all today. Thank you very much.